Welcome to my YouTube channel. Here is the story of a morning billionaire. Jason woke up in his 3-bedroom apartment in Lekki and saw his phone vibrating. He opened his bank app and nearly fainted. 350 billion Nigerian Nairas had entered his account. His heart raced fast. "This must be a mistake," he shouted. Before he could think, a deep, scary voice echoed in his room. "Spend it all today, or you die before midnight," the voice warned. Jason jumped out of bed, sweating heavily. Was he dreaming or was this real life? He quickly called his best friend, Daniel, but the phone line was dead. Jason knew he had no time to waste. He needed a plan. He needed to start spending, and fast. Jason wore his finest kaftan, jumped into his Range Rover, and drove straight to the most expensive car shop in Lekki. He bought 20 Rolls-Royce, 10 Lamborghinis, and 5 private jets without blinking. People at the shop looked at him like he was mad. He continued to the biggest real estate company and bought 30 houses, 15 lands, and 2 hotels along Lekki Phase 1. Everything was moving fast, but Jason kept checking the time. He had spent billions, but it was still not enough. After signing papers, Jason started spraying cash on the streets. Everyone rushed to pick money. The whole Lekki looked like a festival ground. But deep inside, Jason felt fear growing. Time was still ticking. Jason called his old school friend, Kelvin, for help. "Help me spend this money before nightfall," he begged. Kelvin agreed and suggested they throw the biggest party in Lagos. Jason smiled for the first time that day. They rented all the biggest halls, hotels, and beaches in Lekki and Victoria Island. They paid music stars, comedians, and actors to perform. Within hours, the whole city was on fire with celebrations. But unknown to Jason, Kelvin planned to steal a huge part of the money. Kelvin called some fake policemen to hijack Jason. As Jason danced happily, danger was already closing in on him. Just when Jason was about to give a speech, fake policemen stormed the stage and tried to arrest him. He knew something was wrong. He kicked one of them and ran fast like a cheetah. Jason jumped into a random G-Wagon and drove madly into Lekki streets. His heart beat so fast he thought it would explode. He didn't know where he was going, he only knew he needed to stay alive and spend that money. He called a security company and hired 200 bodyguards to protect him. He spent 5 billion Nigerian Nairas in one call. He was getting weaker, but he kept driving and thinking fast. Death was still chasing him. As Jason was driving, he almost knocked down a beautiful woman crossing the road. Her name was Amanda, a smart businesswoman. She wasn't scared of him. Amanda listened carefully when Jason explained everything. Surprisingly, she believed him. She told Jason she knew some secret ways to help spend billions very fast. Together, they drove to buy a football club, an airline, and even built an entire school overnight. Jason started feeling hope for the first time. Maybe, just maybe, he would survive this crazy day. Just when things started getting better, a strange man in black clothes started following Jason and Amanda. Wherever they went, he appeared, watching. Amanda said, "That's Death's messenger. If you fail, he will take your soul." Jason's legs felt weak. He knew this was no longer just about money. It was about life and death. Jason and Amanda tried to stay calm. They bought hospitals, donated billions to charities, and sponsored thousands of children's education. But time was moving faster than their money. At 6 p.m., Jason went to the bank to transfer the remaining 100 billion Nigerian Nairas to charity. But the bank manager refused. "We have to hold the money for 24 hours to confirm it," he said with a fake smile. Jason begged and even cried, but the manager was stubborn. Jason realized the bank was trying to steal the money for themselves. He couldn't believe it. He called the police and showed them proof that he had to transfer it immediately. Luckily, one honest police officer believed him and forced the manager to process the transfer. Now it was 9 p.m. Only 3 hours left. Jason still had 20 billion Nigerian nairas to spend. He and Amanda thought fast. They flew a helicopter over Lekki and sprayed money everywhere. They bought an entire village and built free houses, schools, and clinics within hours. They paid workers triple salaries to work overnight. Jason's hands were shaking badly. He was so tired. His clothes were wet with sweat. But he refused to give up. Death was already watching from a distance. At 11:50 p.m., Jason had 500 million Nigerian nairas left. It looked small, but it felt like a mountain. He and Amanda ran into a nightclub and spent it all on drinks, food, music, and tips. People screamed in happiness. Jason threw the last naira note into the air. "It's finished," he shouted. He fell on the ground, exhausted, but smiling. Suddenly, the scary man in black disappeared into smoke. Jason had won. He had survived the day. The next morning, Jason woke up in a hospital. Amanda was sitting beside him, smiling. "You made it, Jason," she said. Jason had nothing left in his bank account, but he felt rich in a different way. He had made a difference in people's lives. He had beaten death itself. He decided to start a real business from scratch, with Amanda as his partner. Jason was no longer just the richest man for one day, he was now the happiest man in Lekki.